Guru. I'm Jax, and today we're going to take a look at the next question in a New Year, New Way series. If you believe that birds of a feather flock together, what do you know about your friends? Well, the word friend. Well, there's my friend, my meow meow. The word friend. I believe it's one of the most overused words, just like the word love. You can use the word love for everything. I love my brother. I love my friend. I love my husband. I love potato chips. I love to go biking. Oh, I love that movie. But each one has a different frequency, even though it's still the same four-letter word love. And friend has the same thing. You can have someone that just met and they go, oh, we're friends. Or you have someone that you've been around for a long time. Like I had a girl at work that I thought that we had become friends. And we got into a disagreement at work. And I said to her, but we're friends. And she looked at me in a really harsh way and said, we were never friends. We were just work associates. And that stung. That hurt. I was sure that because we had shared some intimate stuff between each other that we had become friends. And guess not. Not for her. She needed to justify that we weren't friends so that she could do the behavior that she did, I suppose. And so I thought about that. I thought about the word friends because I can make fast friends very quickly and people can consider me my friend. But for me, the qualifying characteristic of a friend is someone that you spend time with, one, although that doesn't work for everybody, and two, that you really would be your go-to person in a time of struggle and when you're really hurting, and that person would be there for you too and be able to do what you need to do. I remember another time when we were surrounded by a community that was quite strong, and my husband and I at the time needed to move. And it was very interesting because these were people that we had invested an enormous amount of time and done stuff for them, and they had done stuff for us. But when the time came that we had to move, nobody showed up to help us move, and I had a 4-month-old baby. That was a tough thing to get through too because I thought they were my friends. So I thought, well, how many friends do I have? Like if you look at Facebook friends, they're not necessarily friends, I would say, but I like that they use the word Facebook friends. I don't know if you would necessarily would have worked if it would have been Facebook acquaintances, but anyway. But I consider myself having three, outside of my husband, I consider myself having three close friends. And I call ourselves the Three Amigos, and well, they're my Three Amigos. There would be four of us otherwise. It'd be I feel like the Four Musketeers would be better. So I thought about them. So this gentleman that I was reading about was saying that you are the average of your social circle's financial situation. I thought, well, that's not true. I'm surprised that they're hanging out with me because I'm low man on the totem pole right now financially. But I looked at them and I thought, you know what? That's not what I want financially. So then that little fear came in. Well, what happens when I get to where I want to be financially? Am I going to lose my friends? It's funny how you never think about the fact that if you help yourself get to that financial status, that you actually might be helping your friends get there too, so you all grow together. But that's funny. It's never the first thought. The first thought is, oh my gosh, am I going to lose my friends? And the second part was that I've noticed within myself that I have shifted. There was a time when I was very needy, and that whenever I had something going on with my life, the first thing I did was talk to one of my friends and verbally vomit over them. And that's in a different post of mine of 2 that I have on Steemit. But I find that now that I don't talk to my friends about what's going on in my life necessarily until I come to a realization or I come to something that needs to be processed or a new article that I'm going to write, and I've already worked through all of it. It's almost like I've taken a guy-like approach to it. That's the best way to put it. Women usually have to talk with their friends to sort out their problems. So that's why guys can get so frustrated with their women, because they talk and talk and talk and talk and talk, and they don't seem to get anywhere. They don't seem to solve anything. Well, that's what women do. We actually talk to sort out our problems. Whereas men usually sort out the problems in their mind and then they talk about it. Usually. Completely different approach. And that's, I guess, what happened for me is that I've taken now a more male approach in my friends, that I will sit here and work on it myself until I realize what I need to say and what I need to talk about. Like, I just remembered yesterday a girlfriend of mine, one of my three amigos, sent me this text. And it's kind of off color because it's talking about a female body part that most people don't talk about. But she sends me a text. She goes, I think my blah, blah, blah needs work, needs processing. And I just burst out laughing because it's like, I just love her that she can do that. But I realized that that's actually what's happening now in our relationships. We're no longer calling in the mid of crisis for each other. We're actually standing on our own and dealing with the crisis ourselves, and then talk to each other at the time when we know where we're stuck. So it's really cool where we work through a certain part where we know where we're stuck, and then we talked. It was funny because I called her yesterday and we're on the same page. I wouldn't say I would have worded it the way she did, but we both looked at this wall that we had to do and we're like, so why is this here? And then we had a great 2-hour conversation, found some tools to deal with that wall, and on we go. And I just love her for that. My other amigo is my yin and yang, and I wrote about him in my previous post. I just love him to death too, because we are so opposite, yet we're walking the same path. And it's very cool having someone that continuously challenges you. He's a very logical male thinker, and I'm a very emotional female thinker. But he has enough feminine side where he's able to appreciate my thinking, and I have enough male logical side where I can appreciate what he's thinking, and it keeps us on an even keel. He is my partner in the Common Guru, and I am so, so thankful for him. My third amigo is the one that I'm a little concerned about, because she's in a dark space right now, and she's stuck. And I guess that's what concerns me when you're on a journey. A journey is an action word. You're moving, and I understand you can be stuck. And sometimes you can just sit and rest, and you can sit and just be in a certain place, and that's all part of the journey too. But if the other person keeps moving and that person stays stuck, the person that's moving ahead I'm a little concerned, because I don't want to leave her behind, and I don't want us to be too far in different spaces in the journey where we no longer share on a same level. And I guess that's being a little selfish on my part, because I'm used to us sharing on a very deep level where we feed each other in our conversations, and we walk away going, wow, that's something new to think about, or oh gosh, that's a new approach that I need to have. And I have had her along with my journey for a long, long time. It's been almost about 15 years now. And we have been able to do that. Now, we've had different areas where we've been stuck before and we haven't talked. And actually, with all three of my amigos, there's been spaces of even up to a couple years where we haven't shared and talked. And we've been able to reconvene and come back together. But the one amigo we're in a different space where she's stuck, I'm having sad feelings, I guess. And I don't want to worry, because I know that worrying, according to my previous post, is also negative goal setting. So that's not going to work either. So I sit there and focus on the times we were together and the times that we connected, and I'm looking forward to that. But one of the things that I have found, though, in regards to this walk with my friends, in which I've loved them so much, that the greatest friend that I have right now that I'm working on is the universe, which is a very difficult concept for myself, going from the person that was completely needy and needing everyone to needing no one. And I don't want to say that in such a way that I'm like, well, I don't need my husband and I don't need my friends. And that's not the case either. It's just that I'm in a very strange space. And I don't mean it's strange as a negative, it's just a new one, because I've always had people that I needed. And now I'm getting to the point where it's not necessarily loneliness, it's just a shift where I'm not needing people as much. I'm just needing to reconnect with the universe and needing to reconnect with myself and being satisfied with who I am. So this is a new paradigm shift for me, and it's a new space. And part of me is really enjoying it, and part of me is still trying to settle in, because it's different. It's very different. And then I have to sit there and quantify how I incorporate my friends and how I still have a social circle. And it reminds me of the movie Lucy. I don't know if any of you have seen that, where as she expanded her brain more and more, the less human feelings that she had and she was controlled by. And I can't say that I'm at that point where my mind has been 20% blown or whatever, according to the movie. But I can relate to that about how the needs that I've had in the past are slowly diminishing, where I don't have that need. It's almost like it's just a factor of life instead. Anyway, it's going to be a very interesting journey to see how my interactions with my friends continue and how we all grow, because I really would like to keep this birds of a feather flock together. I would really like to keep my amigos, but at the same time, as I shift and grow, I may incorporate even new, more fantastic people, and I can't wait to see who they are and what enrichment they bring into my lives. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you want to find new and exciting ways to connect with the Common Guru, just check down in our description box. Don't forget to subscribe and have an awesome day. Bye.